Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership. That's what he's trying to accomplish.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Here now the offense for the Bengals.
Out of the backfield is Joe Mixon, and he was a valuable commodity coming out of the University of Oklahoma because of his ability to be so versatile. Can run it inside with power. Gets to the perimeter and can outrun people, catches the ball not only out of the backfield, but you can split him out just like he would be a receiver. And I think if he wanted to dedicate himself, he'd be an all-pro kick returner.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, here are the starters for Baltimore. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5. For a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive. Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you, somewhere along the way, the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone. And on the road, no less, setting the tone. Let's go. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson. And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket. Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground. And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Go now. 8, read.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calais Campbell on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. To throw on third down. Clifford got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
Here we go.
Mixon with a first down carry. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Charles, Thursday night. The playbook somewhat, is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys? Coming off the last game, you play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
To throw on second down. Clifford. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
I'm going back to you.
Back to throw. Clifford looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And this one's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game...
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Nixon will try the right side. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play in that situation.
Open man is Uzama. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
60 Pittsburgh. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long...
On 1st down, Nixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Operating from the gun, Clifford. pass incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. On the delay, it's Mixon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And the Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Clifford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. To throw is Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. This is caught by Jackson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 28. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from
his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Ito Smith. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Ito Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who have been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Ready. 60-yard. Double tight, guys, double tight.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. So we've hit half. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now, after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifford. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Pushing his way through. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back to throw. Clifford. He completes it to Tate. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Brooke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Anderson is the lone man in the backfield here as they get set for a 2nd and goal. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Come on, let's go.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're able at a Cincinnati first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. That's to his running back, complete. Call it a gain of. That's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. With it is Jackson. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. 20. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Tucker with the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. That time a 6-play drive. And last year's rushing and total touchdown leader Todd Gurley caps it with his first of the game here. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Clifford. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Clifford, and he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. There he goes left side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
To throw on second down, Clifford. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Clifford, he's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The first down run with Gurley, good for only about 3. It's second down now. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D.
This time Jackson will throw it, eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. And I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Here's Jackson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Let's go. Let's go.
Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for Baltimore, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they've